In today's video, I'm going to show you how to view the temperature information on your Suunto Core watch. I'm going to be using the classic black model. Shouldn't matter which version Suunto Core you've got, they're all going to operate the same way. It's just the color that changes on them as well as the bezel style. So what are we talking about with regards to temperature? This watch has a thermometer sensor on it, so it will read the temperature around the watch. Now, as with most watches, in order to get a true accurate reading, you want to take the watch off of your wrist. Let it sit for a few minutes because on your wrist, sometimes your wrist temperature can skew that value a little bit. It's going to operate the same way as your Casio watches or other watches, really any watch with the temperature sensor you want to take off your wrist. The one thing I will say that Casio does better than Suunto is you can actually adjust the temperature value. So if you have it on your wrist and you know that it's skewing it and it's running it high, you can actually adjust it down so that you can get an accurate reading on your wrist. That's with the Casio. We can't do that with the Suunto watch. So I'm going to show you how we can view it, and then I'm going to show you where I think the Suunto does a better job than the Casio watches. The first thing is you can't be in your time mode or your compass mode and see temperature. I'm in my time mode right now. You do have some different view options. If I press the view button, it's the bottom left button. I can view the day of the week, the month, and the date. Press it again, I can view my seconds. Press it again, I can see a second time zone time, my sunrise and sunset information, so on and so forth. But if we keep toggling through those views, you will never see temperature. You have to be in either the altimeter or the barometer, and that's what I do like about the Suunto Core versus the Casio watches. The Casio watches, if I go into the altimeter, I cannot see temperature. It's under the barometer. Now, some of the Casio watches put it as a standalone value. Whereas with the Suunto, we can see it under either the altimeter or barometer. Now, some of you might be saying, well, how do I get to both of those? If you look at this mode, you will see ALTI and BARO. Only one of those is underlined. That's telling me that is the mode that will be displayed if I press my mode button and go to that mode. So you can see now it's circled. I'm looking at my altimeter. If I wanted to switch to the barometer, I'll show you how to do that. We'll do that here in a second. I'll show you the temperature value and barometer. Once we're under the altimeter barometer mode, just like in time mode, we can press the view button and we can toggle our view a little bit. The nice thing about the altimeter on here is I've got my current time and I've got my current altitude value. If I press view, I can switch and I can look at my log. I can look at my change from my reference altitude. Press it one more time, and one of the values you have there is your temperature value, 74 degrees Fahrenheit. You can adjust it between Fahrenheit and Celsius. I've done a video in the past that walks you through that. But you can stay in this mode as long as you want to, which is really a nice feature. On your Casio watches, if I go into the altimeter, let me just do it on this one. It's kind of the same thing. I can basically see my current time. I can see my altitude reading. Mine's not being displayed in feet here, but that's it. I can't see temperature. I can't see anything else. After 1 hour's time, the Casio watch will kick me out of my altimeter. The Suunto watch does not. I can stay in the altimeter for as long as I want to. I can keep my temperature display on my screen as long as I want to, and that's a real positive over the Casio watches. So that's what it looks like in our altimeter. That's one of the ways we can see our temperature value. We'll go ahead and press the mode button, and I'm going to go over to the compass. You'll notice in compass, it is not an option. So as I start cycling through, there is no option to see the temperature. What I am going to do is, because I have the altimeter selected for the altimeter barometer mode, I'm going to press and hold the mode button. That will take us into our settings. I'm going to go ahead and press down, and I'm going to go to altimeter barometer. I'm going to choose it by pressing the mode button. And again, I'm going to go down to Profile, choose Mode, and I'm going to switch from the altimeter to the barometer. I'm going to press the Start and Stop button to get back. And now, let's press the Mode button, and we are in our barometer. So same thing as what we saw before. We've got our current time is available as one of the options. Our barometric pressure trend over the last 24 hours. If I press the view button a few times, I can toggle my view, and one of the options I've got is my temperature. The one negative about the barometer is that you can't have your temperature and your current time value as you could with the altimeter. So if you want to see your current time, you're going to have to toggle it and make it viewable. If you want to see your temperature, you're going to have to cut off your current time and keep your temperature value on there. Those are the two different ways, though, you can see your temperature value. Just go into either your altimeter and turn it on with the view button, or go into your barometer and again turn it on with the view button. Pretty simple stuff as always. I hope the video helps. At least it shows you how to see the temperature on your Suunto Core watch. Thanks for watching.